I'm Chris Potter. This video is about learning how to use your air more efficiently when you're playing the flute. The first thing we usually notice is that we're running out of air too much all the time. We never seem to be able to make the phrases we want to make, and then somehow the tone isn't projecting or isn't as strong or sounds airy to us. And the basic problem is that the opening in the lips is too big. Now, this isn't something that you can see when you're playing the flute, but you hear the results of that problem. So the first thing I suggest you do is you get a small straw. This is the size that's used for stirring drinks at coffee places. They're usually red with white stripes, or you can get them at liquor stores. They're used for stirring drinks. And you can see that the opening is extremely small, and that's about the size of the opening that we want when we play the flute. It's not quite as round as that. It's a little flatter. But this is a really good way to make the lips make this small opening. So you put the straw between your lips and you blow just enough so that you can hear the air hissing out of the end. And you should be able to do that for at least 20 seconds. So you would put it in, you would blow through and at least go for 20 seconds. Then I suggest you blow through the straw, then pull it out, continuing to blow, and you get a mirror. I got a mirror here, this little makeup mirror. And look and see what the kind of opening, the size of opening is that you've got on your lips. You'll be surprised how small it is and also how easy it is to do it. Now, the problem is, how do we transfer this small opening over to the flute? If you have a very small airstream, your aim becomes very, very critical. The target on the inside of the flute where the tone speaks is about the size of the head of a number 2 pencil. Not very big. And if you have this giant airstream that's moving at it, of course you're going to hit it, but you've wasted a lot of air in the process. By making a smaller airstream that has a much more solid core to it, we get a much better sound, a sound with the core, but your aim has to be really good, because if you're not at the right spot, it's just not going to speak very well for you. So the first thing you want to try is to get just the head joint of your instrument. Get my head joint here. We're not having to think about rhythms or notes or any of that other stuff, and just messing around with the head joint and figuring out what your lips can do. Again, I think that mirror might come in handy again. You could easily stand in front of a mirror and just play around and figure out, what are my lips doing? Am I getting a sound, or do I get something more like... Now clearly we want this last one, we want a sound that has a really solid core to it, because that's going to project and it's not going to use very much air in the process. Then you can get the head joint, put it back into your flute, and do some simple notes, like for example B flat, and just spend time listening to your sound, getting in front of that mirror, saying, what's my mouth doing? What are my lips doing? How can I make that any smaller? How do I talk to my lips? And listen for that nice solid core. Not, but, sorry, I squeaked a little bit there. That's the way it goes. Air was going a little too fast. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. Thank you.